Welcome, my pretties, to the game Vampyr, where we shall be drinking the blood of the innocents, possibly rats, possibly not so innocent, and possibly not drinking blood at all and just dying. I can't keep that up all the time. That'll kill my throat. Right. Vampyr, whatever. Obviously loads of people have been playing it. I have not played it, so this is a complete blind play. All I've done before the stream, throw water around, is set my keys up. So, I might change the music because it appears to be a bit loud. Of levels. I think all this is all set. Yeah, did it remember my keybinds? It did. Okay, let's go. I tried to avoid watching anyone play because I want to experience it. I have heard it's quite story heavy, lots of dialogue, which is good.
12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown,
oh yes,
mortals became
we will
desperate
die.
for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Yes, death pending. I should have got some
death.
Rum.
Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment. A righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
Does it start with us contracting vampirism? Guess it does. Guess we don't find out how we get it until later. He's not in a good way. Not in a good way at all. Hungry? Okay, straight in. Right, that's one of them. Okay. Oh, there's blood. Do I just follow the blood trail? I'm obviously in Victorian London. Looks like I'm near Battersea Power Station, possibly. Let's see what we have. Oh. It's obviously very weak, so I'm looking for. What am I just? Oh, I see. Okay, it's like some sort of. Is it like some sort of like a radar or a sense? Sense people's life force, maybe.
Thirsty. So thirsty.
Am I talking to myself? Either way, this young lady, I think, is going to get eaten. No, I'm going to talk to her. I'm so thirsty. All I can think about is the blood.
Everything will be fine again.
Oh, sorry, young lady, but I have a feeling you're going to die.
My sweet brother. What have you done?
Mary!
Oh dear.
Mary!
Killed my own sister within the first couple of minutes of the game.
Hold on! Please, hold on!
Who?
Mary. Mary. No. No.
Why is he going back for seconds? No.
What have I done? This horror. It's a nightmare.
Uh-oh.
No! Please, a moment, let me explain!
Ooh, hello. Okay, I need to get away.
These patrols are after me. Trust the leads, boys! No! No! Don't shoot! This is a nightmare. I need to get out of here.
Okay, well, where can I go? Oh, that just broke a barrel. I
This
have
can't
no
be
jump.
No! Please! Stop! I mean you no harm.
I'll just keep running, I guess.
What's going on?
Whoa. Let's get down here.
Oh, Mary. What have I done?
Wow.
What's all this about?
Shit, where'd it go?
Now, I can defend myself.
Kill that thing! Over there!
Who are you? Stay back! Sorry, but you left me no choice.
Can I take his gun? Nope. I'll take his gun. Maybe have to...
Who are you? Stupid beast!
That's what you do with police.
Sorry,
looked like you had a better weapon. No? Okay, maybe not. So I can't go through here.
No, please, stop! Who are you? What do you want?
Take them both out. That was okay, I guess. Look around, is there nothing in here? My mouse sensitivity is a little high. That's better. I can turn it up on the mouse. Right. Let's carry on. Oh, pretty well.
I mean you no harm. I need help. Die, you fucking leech! Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this. Shut up, beast! Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's... That'll do the rest of the job. Just leave me.
Right, I've got to stay out of the sun, obviously, being a vampire.
The sun feels like it's burning me to the bone.
Certain elements like fire will deal aggravated damage that reduces your maximum health gauge. Okay. So stay out of the sun.
I need to find somewhere to hide. Let me go!
Out of the sun. Away from fire. Oh, he's got fire. Oh, great. Okay. Oh, okay, so those are... I have to, yeah.
I need to find shelter.
I didn't think that through very carefully, did I? Can't jump walls. At least not yet.
Is anybody there?
House. Safe for the moment.
The place seems abandoned.
Seems.
I should be safe enough here.
Let's have a look around then. Family portrait. Mom, Dad. Hi.
Brother, what have you done?
Mary! Mary! Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
Hold on. How can this be? This can't be my house, surely. Maybe it is. I stumbled across my own house. Shillings. 5 shillings. Old money. Fire and sun. No collectible. Let's have a look at that. Leeches do not fear the sun or fire. They do not burst into flames or ashes when they get caught under the rays of daylight, but it hurts them good, really good. I have personally chained a vampire to a tree to see what would happen when the sun rises. Its skin blackened in a few minutes as if it was burning from the inside. Its eyes and flesh melted, and I saw its unholy bones move and squeal as the beast tried to escape all day long. In the end, only a desiccated corpse remained, which started to slowly regenerate when the sun disappeared behind the horizon. I cut its head off to finally destroy it. When I tried the same test with fire, the bloody leech never came back from the ashes. Fire is our weapon of choice, brothers. To burn the beast is the only way to kill it for good. From Know Your Enemies by Carl Eldritch, Priven Leader. Good tip. Fire. I can come back from sunlight as long as I can get into the dark, but fire will kill. Okay, that's good to know. Over here, menus. One hand, two hand, off hand, firearms. Oh, there's loads of stuff I can get. Okay. Level 1. Okay. Southwark. Oh, so I was near Battersea Power Station. Quest. Citizen of Health Status. Okay. Use pill. Okay. I guess these are certain people in certain districts, I'm guessing. Okay, what we've got over here? No investigation tracks. Carry on looking.
I had better remain here until nightfall.
Okay. Good wheeze then. We'll do that. I'll stay here until nightfall and just look through everything. Bottle of alcohol. Can I do anything with alcohol? Or is it just for drinking? Average resale value can be recycled into components. Okay.
This one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Gold watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it and share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve.
How did the watch that they stole be here? So I can see memories? Do I see, I don't get it, do I see memories? Or I remember things that happened to me? Either way, let's see what's upstairs. This house, really lots of candles. It's like a fire hazard. Oh, and of course, oh, hang on, do I see myself? I'm not supposed to see myself. I'm a vampire.
Who goes there? Who's there? Are you referring to me?
No!
No! I still have so much to accomplish.
Seems I was out for a walk when I got
still
hit.
have so much left that needs doing.
Morning. That's the hurricane. I need to work out how to gain more permanent health. Maybe it happens at night. I think I'm about to gain a weapon.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And
Oh, wrong button. Press the wrong button.
no!
There we go.
There's time. I can save him. That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital! Done.
Remembering my past
He'll
life.
live. And now what? We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing. No, it never got easy.
Right, use revolver. Ranged weapon, level 1. 45 damage. Fire rate 10. 6 can only upgrade. Using the hideout's webcam. Oh, excuse me, long week, long week. Let's see what else we've got here. The pictures of stuff. Like a little notepad. The bloody diary. Oh, here we go. It's a long read. 15th October. Bad sleep. Becky coughed all night and the fever made her delirious. I heard a loud noise in the morning. It's a big machine. Some men brought by the banks to dig a big hole in the ground. It was some sort of mechanical shovel. Maybe I could go there and ask for some work. Becky needs medicine. 16th October. I talked to the men with the mechanical shovel. They told me they are digging mass graves all around London. Safety measures, apparently. Is there a new epidemic? Is the flu coming back? They had no work for me. Becky slept a little last night. The foundry has been closed, and there are no more jobs nearby. 19th of October. I went to London to find some groceries and drugs. No trains. It took me the whole day to cross the Thames and come back. Becky seemed better. I made a soup she ate. I found no drugs, only a few syringes and some sleeping pills on the black market. We have no money left. Maybe I could go to the Pembroke Hospital tomorrow. It's so far, and I fear leaving my wife for so long. 19th October. Becky threw up the meal a few hours after she ate. She's so frail now. It makes me cry. She says she hears voices. She says she hears voices outside at night. She says she wants to eat meat. Where would I find meat? Tomorrow I'll barricade the house to protect us from looters. It won't let me scroll. Well, let me go back to that diary because it didn't let me. There we go. Looters. Where was the looters? Okay. 21st October. The men with the mechanical shovel have stopped digging the mass grave. I heard shouts last night as if they were attacked. Now there are only a few boats throwing bodies day and night into the giant hole. The smell is terrible. We should have left this house a week ago. But Becky, she refuses to leave. She'd rather die. She said with a nasty smile, "Why is she torturing me so?" 22nd October. Becky just attacked me. She jumped on me from the stairs and tried to bite me. I had to smack her, but she smacked me back. I went upstairs and locked myself in the bedroom. Now I can hear her crying and mumbling downstairs. I retrieved the gun I hid in the ceiling since the war to protect the house. Now I'm ready to use it to protect myself from my own wife. 23rd October. Could not sleep at all. Becky spent the whole night scratching at the door, asking for my help, begging me to let her in. I was too afraid to open it. I'm just waiting for her to die now. It would not be long. I pray God it will end soon. 24th October. I was so hungry. Tried to go downstairs this morning. Becky was sitting in the armchair by the chimney. She was panting like a dog, looking at me without moving, just following me around the room with her eyes. I pointed the gun at her sore face, but she did not react. I could not pull the trigger. I went back to my room. 25th October. The house is silent like a tomb. No more noises. Becky is dead now. Forgive me, my love. I was unable to save you. I'll be with you soon enough. That's dark. Right, I guess I lie down. Go to sleep.
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it. So be it.
He can shoot himself, but of course he's going to wake up again.
Rational thinking only.
Shoot myself. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to wake up in the morning. So far so good. Very atmospheric. I knew he'd wake up. Be a short game if he didn't.
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Madness it is, as mad as the moon, who turns blood in sunlight into a glowing flesh.
Oh, what's this? What's this? Evolution. Hideout beds allow you to evolve and rest. Spend experience points to level up and improve your vampiric skills. Begin by selecting the available skill. Autophagy? What is this one? What does that do? 200. You drain your own blood to heal normal and aggravated damage instantly. Okay. Select the first level of autophagy and spend enough XP to unlock it. Oh, I see, just press and hold, okay. Alright, I've unlocked that. I've leveled up and feel stronger. Press right button to go back. The vampire uses the power of his blood to heal normal and aggravated damage, increasing his flesh, nerve and bone regeneration. With time, this vampiric ability can be extremely powerful and is sure to surprise any unwary vampire hunter. We think of vampires as immortal, but if you can block their unnatural regenerative capabilities, they are more vulnerable than you think. Okay, you have enough XP to unlock an aggressive skill. Choose one to unlock now. Okay, what we've got now? Claws. claws. A close range strike that will cut through all living creatures in front of you. You throw a spear made of blood which can pass through enemies in front. Okay, so that deals damage, that costs blood. I'm not sure what that icon means. Place a cloud of shadows at the target's feet or yours. The cloud will explode after a short time, causing heavy damage. What's this? Blood spear. A vampire wields their blood and throws it like a spear. This power can take time to charge, but is deadly effective at medium to long range. It's a powerful supernatural tool for vampires who don't like close combat. Okay. But I guess that costs blood to use, and I don't think I want to use that. What about these claws? As natural predators, vampires have received some gifts from Mother Nature, like claws instead of fingernails. These natural weapons can easily cut through tissue and are very useful for piercing a prey's arteries. It could be useful, certainly at close range. Shadow mist. The vampire concentrates shadows around their prey to make them explode after countdown. This explosion will injure anything in range with needle-like living spears. Vampires often use this ability to wipe out groups of enemies from a distance. Oh, choices. So basically close range, long range, and AoE. I'm going to go for the close range. Okay. Now select confirm to save your choices, because I can't afford any of these. Increase the damage inflicted by bites. I definitely can't buy any of these. Okay, so confirm.
That voice in my head.
Oh, I got to level 3.
If I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
Okay. Let me have a look at these questy things then. So I seem to have a gun but no weapons. Sorry, a gun but no bullets. Okay, those are those 1, 2. Right. Autophagy. And claws. Where was the Oh, go back to the map. Didn't actually want to put that there. How do I move? Q needs zoom in and out. Right. Okay. Since map on file. Hell. Oh, everything I press comes out of it. What's this? So that's. What is this? Custom marker. Go away. Okay, so that's where that. Chapter 1 quarantine. Yeah, Eternal Thirst main quest. I thought it gave me 2 quests, but okay, one quest will do. So I need to get to the North Bank. which is across the bridge. Southwark Bridge, right. Oh, it sounds like there's someone in the house. We're gonna be eaten. I think we're about to enjoy a light snack.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
To find a way out. This is my way out, okay.
Here's the leech. Here!
Wow, okay, that was something I didn't know I could do.
My head's spinning.
Oi! Come out, you coward! Clever fucking beasts!
Alright, I'll go down. I don't know why down. Oh. Used stake. Wow. Offhand weapons can be used by pressing, but they have attacks with special effects and consume stamina. Okay, that's fine. That's good. But there was a door upstairs. What was that door? Can I use that door?
I cannot enter.
Door, right, red. Red means door's locked. Should have guessed, really.
I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End. Go back home.
I've got to cross that bridge. Press the thing. Yeah, right button to use your stake and inflict stun damage. A stunned enemy can be bitten.
Die, vermin!
Press R to bite a stunned enemy. Biting an enemy froze with blood. To use skills and also refills your health gauge.
A strength I never knew I had.
Yeah, blood. Press 2 to unleash a vampire skill.
This shouldn't be possible. Every fibre of my being is a fire.
Okay, that's not going well.
I feel like a child learning the limits of my body.
Whoa. That's quite hard, eh? Whoa now.
My strength. My reflexes. I'm not human anymore.
No, but you nearly died. Aluminium powder. Lead plate. Shillings. So they do drop stuff to pick up, that's good. I don't have any yeah, I don't have any I don't have any bullets, so I suppose it doesn't matter. No matter where I put it, can he use it? I like that effect. That's good. Southwark Bridge District Stable. To the bridge itself. I'm guessing up here. I'm underneath the bridge. So I come up, checking things on the way, looking for clues. Oh, that was. Join the ranks. Your king and country need you. Join the British ranks and help the brave lads at the front. Okay, so we're talking about First World War, 1918. Okay. Gives me an idea of when. King country needs you. Join the and help.
My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us.
Someone will pay. Rats. Can I eat rats? Do I do anything? Oh, I can. I don't know.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Okay, so it gets me some blood.
I have this thirst for blood.
And I rob the dead as well.
It's locked, all right.
Okay, I can't sort of phase through gaps or anything. Not yet. Nice view of Tower Bridge. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to see if Ansel works on this so I can take a picture. No Ansel. Okay, so I do that and I press nice. Wish I could do that in real life. It'd be great to get to work.
I can now control it.
Some vagrant lived here. Left his money though, and I will take that. I might be a vampire, but I'm not above robbing.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Neither can I.
What will London have to say to me?
Well, apparently they're all trying to kill me, so not a whole hell of a lot.
I've so many questions unanswered.
I'm in the right place, and I guess I just need to go down or out. The Limehouse Dock. It's just in front of me. Oh, there we go.
Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum? The man has been drained of all blood. but I can still smell the scent of it.
Follow the
I
trail.
follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant.
Sounds like a plan.
Fresh blood. The smell is so strong. Where has everyone gone?
Print. Let's walk around. Oh. A new hideout is available in this district. Check your map to locate it. I'm guessing that's where I am. Okay. It's this door. Maybe I'll. Do I need to actually go in and claim it or something? You just found a new hideout here. You can spend your XP while resting or craft items at the workbench. Hideout unlocked. Quick search around. The bed for resting. Workbench, chest. Refill. I can't refill bullets that I don't have, so I guess that didn't do anything. What's this? Common handle part, common trigger part, and rubbish. So can I actually make anything in the workbench? I'll give it a go. Oh, I have an itch. Crafting. On a workbench you can craft medical treatments to heal sick citizens, serums to boost yourself, weapons upgrades to improve and customize your weapons. Okay. So to upgrade this, what do I need? Okay, I need a common trigger part, which I have one of, and a spring. I don't have a spring, so I can't upgrade it. I can upgrade the stake. Really? Which requires aluminium powder and aluminium shard. Okay, that's always a good thing to do. Then upgrade this. Aluminium powder and aluminium shard. Okay. Average recycle. Oh, I can turn this into components. Okay, well let's recycle it. And do this with that. That gives me... I can have improved firepower, increased damage dealt by 10%, or improved velocity, decrease the reloading time 25%. Oh, but that's, I have to level it up first because it's a level 1 revolver. But I need 3 common trigger parts. I only have 2. Okay, so can't do that. This I can't update. Okay, so I'll leave them both for now. What can we do here? Treatments. I don't know of any of the things I need, so there will be no updating. Let's carry on following the blood trail then. Someone. So what do I do here? Unknown health status, social circle. Oh, these are... What am I looking at here? What am I looking at? This is a person's something.
I hope I live long enough to see them wet boo
At
boys
last,
coming to them.
a little life.
There's gotta be something can be done to get out of this bullshit mess. No.
they stupid or
Welcome, sir,
something?
to the Turquoise
I've never
Turtle.
even been to India.
What do I do? I can talk to them. Do I perhaps need to talk to them to learn about them?
My God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
Why is it going to be a long night?
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
That's not good.
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
I care. Not much, but I care.
Where am I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle. The last ray of light in this dangerous part of town.
Aren't you scared?
Scared of what? All the bad shit happens out on the foggy streets. And I never go outside.
That's a fair point.
So you're open all night?
Yep. Figured people might need a place to rest in these dark times.
And I am looking for someone, so let's give this one a go last.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Well, like a gentleman, I guess. Well-dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
Sounds like a doctor.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business. You hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
Aye, respectable. Alright, so now do I know a little bit more about him? Blood quality of the citizen is largely influenced by the health and number of hints you gathered before embracing him or her. Okay. So how do I... Okay, well let's speak to the other citizens here.
Good evening, sir.
Hello.
I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
What? Sewer dog?
Who is this sewer dog?
It's a local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog, eh?
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can
He's
all
had
be
a few
monsters.
bevies.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say.
Cat hair up my nose,
Sorry.
man.
I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Right, so what do I know about him now? His blood quality is not very good. Won't embrace it.
I hope I live long enough to see them wet boot boys get what's coming to
Let's
them.
talk to her. See
Hello,
what she
sir.
has to say.
Are you all right? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, and now all these terrible murders.
Let's ask her about the murders.
The murders?
First.
What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog? What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed.
Ancients?
But now he's killing in the streets.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah, killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
I don't want to suck the blood of any epidemic patients, I guess.
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar, the Turquoise Turtle. I'm the barmaid here, Sabrina, if you want to know.
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
You don't seem to have much business. Where is everybody?
Well, most people are sleeping right now. And those that are awake tend to avoid going out. What with the murders and all.
It's good enough reason to stay in.
I'll leave then. Thank you.
So what have we got? Okay. So social circle. She knows him. So if I go and talk to him now again, will I have more dialogue options? Can I ask him
You
about
again?
her?
What can I do for you?
No, nothing.
Thank you.
Fine.
Goodbye.
Not long ago, this sort of mess would have given me a laugh.
Right, I'll go upstairs and speak to that bloke, shall I? The story said.
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you?
Ooh, crosses.
I mean you no harm, saith the vampire. Present yourself. I need a word with anyone.
Well, that's something I can do for you. And who might you be?
Okay, let's see. Dr. Edgar Swansea. High quality blood. I have no hints. Pillar. Oh, like a pillar of the community, maybe?
I'm not sure that I know anymore.
Might I at least learn the reason of your presence?
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
I've been hunted down in the streets and attacked. I'm a victim here too.
I believe you.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
Okay.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docks have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
Right, I'm just gonna... Oh, it won't let me put... I was gonna just turn the music up a little bit, but... Alright, yeah, who are you talking to?
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
And what exactly is this Brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
Oh, okay then.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We are both chasing the same shadow.
Perhaps. This is all new to me. I'm not even certain what I'm looking for.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
Will I kill him? I think I will.
I'll end him.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
Best. So I've got enough. I have enough XP to track the killer, interrogate the locals.
He didn't deserve this.
I already spoke to them. Go and speak to them again.
It's locked.
I'll go and speak to them again.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
I think drink no longer stirs me.
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
I must.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight. And I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please, tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
Why are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin. His hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk, as usual. But my God, his eyes. His face. He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the canning factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
Right, Citizen Hints. You've just discovered a hint. It reveals a secret about a citizen or someone related to them. Press tab to open the Citizens menu. As a vampire, you need human blood to evolve. The blood quality bar indicates the XP you will earn if you feed on this citizen. Unlocked hints increases the amount of XP. Okay, Tom and William Bishop used to be good friends. Okay.
What can be done to get out of this bullshit mess? No?
So now I'll go speak to Tom.
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
As a vampire, you can force a citizen to reveal information thanks to a hint you've discovered.
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Who is he?
William? Just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah. Like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. He can barely stand up most of the time.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
Okay.
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What'd you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
I should just run
Okay,
as
so
far
I'm
away from this
looking
place as I can.
for a sailor with old torn up clothes. I've got no more hints from them. What about him? Does he know about
Hello, sir.
William?
He didn't deserve
May I disturb you again?
And you're still ugly as sin.
Charming. I guess no.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Track the killer, inspect the boat.
Are they stupid or something? I've never even been to India.
Right, so I'm looking for the boats. Where would the boats be over here? Okay, turn right, head to the docks.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me, to this city?
Britons working together. Skilled workers in engineering and kindred trades enroll today as war munitions volunteers. Support the men at the front with a plentiful supply of munitions. You will not suffer in wages. Get into the factory line and feed the firing line. Oh, I see blood. We go this way. Some dude. That's probably William, don't you think?
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood.
Oh, okay. Let's examine the
This
wounds.
corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. What's this? Some sort of note.
30th of October from G. McCullum to dock patrols. Object: multiple deaths in the docks regions. We believe a nasty leech is involved. Locate the beast, purge it, and quickly. Warning: according to recent reports, this vampire is very violent. Approach with extreme caution. I know we lack men in this part of town, but don't send rookies to investigate the case. If I'm correct, we've got a frenzied one killing each night. As always, search abandoned places first, like the old houses, basements, sewers, or warehouses. Destroy the leech, brothers. Okay.
These men, they're a company of professional vampire hunters. Blood and empty gin bottles. This Bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Okay. That's going to be pretty easy because I'm just going to go oof, and I'm there. Okay, so now we've got vampire hunters. So I need to... Okay, I need to be kind of sneaky. Or careful. Okay. Right, what's it say? Opportunity attack. Oh, out of combat. Silently behind an enemy. Okay. Hope no one heard me. I made a lot of noise. I seem to be okay. What's in the basket? Bullets, right. Equip and press right trigger to use your ranged weapons and inflict both standard damage and stun damage. Be aware that your ammo is limited.
Ammunition crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
Right, how do I actually equip it? How do I equip the damn thing? That's ingredients, consumables. No, wrong button. How do I equip it? Yeah. Like so. thought I picked up some bullets. So how do I change? Okay, I have to figure this out. How do I change? Okay, so I've equipped it. But how do I swap slots? So I can do that. But of course now I've got a gun. I think I'm missing something here. Let me just turn that up a section. So, action, in fight. Ah, right, now I remember I did set these. I did, I promise I said. Right, so change that back to the gun. Change that back to that. So this should change melee. There we go. Okay. Right, there was someone up there. Fire executioner. Blood is this way. Enemy card. Press E to spot enemies around and display their enemy cards. I don't know. Some enemies are more resistant to certain types of damage. 4 types of resistances: physical, which is melee marked with cross swords, ranged, powers, blood, shadow. Orange indicates a medium resistance, red indicates a high resistance. So this person has a medium resistance to melee and ranged, high resistance to ranged. What's that? No resistance to blood or shadow? Okay. But I think it's quite a ways away though. Oh, locked. I can't really sneak up to him, okay. Oh dear, here he comes. And that's a gunner.
Crush the leech, boys!
Get them weapons ready! Oh Christ!
Alright, claws work well on them. Should have used the claws on the first guy. Where was I actually going? So, that is a lot of blood. I don't know if I should go up. I will leave him.
We won't see any of these bastards back here again.
These guys, there's quite a few of them. Cadet, gunner.
I like their screams when you burn them alive.
I should probably take out the gunner first.
Leech spotted! Watch out! Watch it! It's a killer! Burn, vermin! Bloody leech!
Didn't quite go according to plan. But hey, I did what I needed to do. Following the blood trail from the pier, where am I going? Goes out that way. Oh, hello. Fire executioner. New practices, new tactics. Let's have a look at that. I know that some of our companions consider that the best advantage we have in our fight against leeches is that they can't go out during the day. Thus, we can hunt them down when they hide, powerless in their sleep. This is a rookie mistake. First, because vampires are clever, and that they have countless ruses and tricks to avoid being spotted in their den. Second, because they deploy many deadly traps to kill any intruders in what they consider their most precious sanctuary. It would cost us too much men and too much time to explore and eradicate vampires in their hideouts. The best tactic is to follow and destroy them when they are really vulnerable. When they hunt at night, it is much easier to attack them then, for they can easily be spotted. That's why the guard of Pruin must evolve and deploy new tactics to hunt leeches, small and mobile patrols, tactics based on technological advantages, modern communications. We can learn many things from the war in France: new strategy, new equipment and new weaponry. Grenades, white phosphorus, ultraviolet light, bulletproof vests and flamethrowers. It is time for the guard to embrace the 20th century. From A New War by Geoffrey McCullum, Pruin leader. Okay, blood trail goes out this way. Rats are often located near hideouts. Using senses will help you to locate them more easily. Tasty rat. The hideout. Most useful. Yeah, some monies. I will take the monies. Come on, have a partnered plate. What can I make? Can I upgrade anything yet? Upgrade my steak. No. Upgrade my machete. Yes, I can upgrade my machete. It would up my damage. And then I can add one of these things. Yeah, I'll upgrade it, why not? But I can't afford to do that. Okay, that's fine. What I need to upgrade the gun? No, because I just used my trigger part. No worries, it's all good, it's all good. Got nothing to recycle, can't build any treatments, right. Got some XP, so let's evolve. Alright, what's this? Body condition, plus 50 health, physical prowess, increase my stamina, blood capacity. Big thirst, plus increase your blood absorption when using bite in combat. What exactly does that do? Exactly what it says, increase your blood absorption when using bite in combat. Okay, that's one thing I can use. What's this? 100% damage. Increase the damage you inflict when using bite. That's increase your life regeneration when using bite in combat. Increase your blood absorption. I'm going to go for that one. And I've got enough to get another 300 one. I'll go for that one, I think. I can't afford that, can I? I think that's too, yeah, it's too expensive. I'm going to grab one of these bites, so inflict more damage. Don't have enough. Okay, I am going to take a quick break and go and make myself a coffee. I've got water, but I need a coffee, so I will be right back. Sorry about that. I do like a coffee of an evening. We'll get straight back in. Right, we're still tracking the blood. Follow the blood trail from the pier. We're going there, sort of. Hello. They regenerated. Or respawned. There's blood that way, but there's also blood over there.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
Equip a two-handed weapon and press right trigger to use its special ability. The scythe, for instance, can be used to parry an incoming attack, inflicting heavy stun damage if used correctly. So, two-handed weapon. Do I have to equip it? Main hand, off hand. That. If I do that, I can't change my
Please, let go of me.
Okay. Well, we'll keep that equipped for now. Let's see.
I can't stand it anymore.
Loads of blood here.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
Never understand. You're my only friend.
I know your heart, William. Alas.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Got him down, and I've got a used bludgeon. Attack speed. So that is slower than that, but does a load more damage. Talk to this guy. Priest, I'm guessing.
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by skull?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you... like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Okay, so I don't think that William guy was the one who turned me.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed this drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some sub-species of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
So I've got some of his blood. So these are quest items. I've already read it. I don't think. Okay. Right, get back on the boat. Ready to go.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... what manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted.
This reminds me of
The
Dishonored.
woman?
What, in a boat?
Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed. A surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
I guess I'm something special.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again, from a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
And for that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes.
Sounds too good to be true.
What do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Unless I eat you. Which I can do. Quite a rundown.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Nice jacket. Very swish. I analyse William Bishop's blood in the hospital. I have accepted Dr. Swansea's help. I will work at the Pembroke Hospital. I have no choice. The man knows about my condition, about what I've become, a vampire. I can't believe this. I don't know anything about this secluded medical facility. Everybody here will take me for what I am not anymore. Jonathan E. Reed, the famous surgeon. I must lie to them all, to the patients, to the staff. This is my new home, where I will hide from all who are after me, where I will hide from everyone until I get a better understanding of what is going on. Right, analyse William's blood in the hospital. Okay, that's what I'm doing. So where is So where is the hospital? It's up the stairs, but they're sort of in the way.
We'll have a word in my office later, Jonathan.
Okay, so
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Mr. Hampton needs me right now.
how do I get past?
I cannot enter.
I'll go around the long way, I guess.
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the seeds of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
give me a good soak.
I guess I'm gonna drain this guy.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
I might bite.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
No.
Alright, sorry. I am in pain here. Me guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
The question is he the murderer? Or is he the guy who got stabbed? So the blood quality indicates how much XP you'll obtain from a particular citizen. The higher the blood quality, the more XP you get. Yes, that's how I realised. Mesmerise. To drink the blood of your prey, you first need to mesmerise them to lead them out of sight of others. The mesmerise level must be equal or higher than the citizen's resistance. Press Q to mesmerise Clay. Okay.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
Follow the red trail to lead your prey into the shadows. Press left to embrace Clay Cox or spacebar to release him. Embracing Clay will provide a massive XP boost, but be aware that there will be consequences. Learning more about citizens and collecting hints will increase it. Experience gained. What shall I do? What shall I do? I think I'll embrace him, why not?
In the back, you bastard! Didn't have the guts to fuck me. Fuck you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
I think that was the victim. I think those were his last thoughts. Or that's what he thinks of me. I'm not quite sure. But I am still looking for a way into the hospital. I think it's around this way.
To taste a life, to embrace its most intimate secrets. Such a burden, such a divine sin.
Wish that guy would stop talking in my head. Creeps me out. Okay, here's the hospital. Oh, now the cat chooses to. Loki, did you want to get on the internet? Huh? If you let me pick you up, we can get on the internet, huh? Let's see what we got here then. Pick up some goodies. I'm sure they'll come in useful.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members,
Just
no
having
matter
a
how illustrious they may be.
spot of lunch.
I apologize, nurse. I needed some time to myself. This has been the longest and strangest night of my life.
You delivered poor Mr. Hampton from a terrible fate. The means to that end should be of little concern, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
Well, that was quick.
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
Okay.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
Oh, that's good.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again,
It's on the second floor.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
And it's got my name on the door. She said that before, you idiot.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
I'm going to check that out. Due to the influenza, this hospital can no longer take any patients. Hospital full. Please, go back home. And I'm going to go around robbing the place. So like a robbing. Lots of glass vials. They're either used for upgrading or collecting samples or both. Let's go talk to this young lady. Excuse me.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new
Like a
surgeon here
man.
at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised. I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
I don't do blood transfusions. I just take the blood.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
I'm
So
not
tell me
familiar
about
with all
that.
the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please
Yes,
tell
tell
me.
me.
Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippins. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Okay, so what's this? Medical checkup.
Do you require medical assistance, nurse?
Thank you for your concern, but I'm fine.
Okay. F for details. Look quite healthy. Measurement R for details. She's too high a level. Okay.
I'm not familiar with all the staff
Oh,
yet.
I already asked that.
Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
I've already done that, so... What about some personal questions? Hint required. I can't ask any personal questions yet.
Goodbye, nurse.
Thank you very much
Call
for
me
your
if you need
assistance. Who else do we have down here? There was someone else standing over there.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Oh, you do you? Let's just ask him the basic questions.
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
Is it now?
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
It's a fair point.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
That's horrible. Oh. Seems healthy.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped from the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, new investigation, okay. Let's ask some personal questions. No, can't ask any personal questions. I don't really want to eat him.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
I've got a gun, I just want to see what... I just want to see what I could possibly sell that I don't want. What's this junk wedding ring? I'll sell that. I don't think I want to sell any of these because I'm bound to need them. Lots of glass vials, but can I buy from him? Shotgun. I don't have that much money. Bullets. Bullets are 1 apiece. Oh, that's a proper markup. I only sold that for 17 shillings. He's selling it on for 75. What? No. Nothing I want. Alright. I have to find the office on the 2nd floor.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that Cadigan fellow.
And also enter the backyard garden. Let's talk to this guy. Who are you?
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Let's.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation?
The normal stuff.
And please,
I use any
speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good.
It's like a
But during
vampiric
this troubled
adventure game.
period, there is no time
I
for
like
slander.
it.
I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Right,
Tell me
the
more
positives.
about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Okay, what about management?
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office down again.
Well, he did. He came and got me.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more unto the breach.
Nurse Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that. I will have a word with her.
You don't have to blame her for her honesty.
Oh, she was doing
I'm
a
not
good
that
thing.
kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually, Nurse Brannigan's opinion is the only one I may listen to.
Okay, what we got here? Well, this is higher than mine, so I can't do anything there. Health engineering.
Do you need any medical assistance yourself, Doctor?
Come on, don't be ridiculous, dear colleague.
Okay, later
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Alright, where's Nurse Brannigan? Last time I saw her, she was out here. Yeah, I wanted to have a quick chat with her.
last
I
thing
think I've got some hints.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
It's a nice camera angle.
Why does Dr. Tippett's claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left
That's
the
a
Pembroke
wonderful
years
camera
ago.
angle.
Dr. Tippett does not
I love the
think
way
of
they
him as just a
framed
nurse,
the back of his head.
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Okay, that was the one hint that I could use. Okay.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Right, let's get to the office. Anything that suggests what the time is? Because obviously if it gets to daylight and I'm still outside, it's going to get a little hairy. What have we got here? Swaddle. The city you life saved by efficient medical aid is a blow struck at the flu epidemic. Volunteers may make the difference. That person just whizzed over. It's like he ran.
Perhaps I should have...
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Seems perfect. Who are you? Hello, lovely.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
No, she's not.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of pustulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, but they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
I wonder if that's true. I have heard of Cotard and the principle, but I don't remember the details. I'm not a medical student, I'm an IT geek.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
I'm going to be going to the garden.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Okay, then.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal?
Puny mortal.
What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious
Yeah,
to
go on
know
in.
who you were before becoming a vampire.
It was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
Okay.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Let's have a look at her details. Thelma is affected by the Cotard syndrome and believes she is a vampire. Okay. There's a couple of people in there I can talk to. I can go up to my office. Read the notice board first. Prevent disease. Careless spitting, sneezing, coughing. Spread influenza. Spread by droplets sprayed from the nose and throat. Do not cough in public. I'm going to go up to my office, I think. In the name of mercy, they depend on you. Nurses are needed now. Inquiries at the nearest appointments office of the Ministry of Labour and National Service. Or write to 15 Kingsways, London. Well, go see how he's doing, shall we? Where is he? He's over there. Have a chat with him. I brought him in. See how he's feeling.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm just a man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
We found the dark.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the Dockers' trade union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Dooth Digby.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
Okay, so they're going to be someone that I need to watch out for.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
Okay, then. That's some personal questions for you.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum
The cross,
for the poor
which
and
isn't
homeless of the
affecting
docks.
me.
And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Whereas the last guy actually held up a cross in it.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Interesting.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
Okay.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton.
Well, thank you for that.
We'll talk again later.
We'll talk after I work out whether or not you are any good. Yum yum. It's a locked door. What about this guy? I'll talk to this guy.
Damn. The pain.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
So he's got some sort of... what's that, PTSD?
Who is
pain?
treating
Oh,
you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Bet he isn't.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense.
Fair enough.
I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
Fair enough. What about this one?
How close are you to Miss Horcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
So do you let her bite you?
Yes.
You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of me blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotar syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
Really? I wonder if I can turn... I wonder if I can actually turn
Goodbye for now,
later,
Mr. Elwood.
rather than just kill them.
On every street corner. Daily.
Thomas sees Thelma Horcroft as living proof there is hope for him. I wonder if I go and speak to her again. Where wasn't she sitting there? There she is.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
They've spelt her name differently.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Do you plan to make him a vampire?
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
Okay, you must be romantically
Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
It's a vampire. Okay, so...
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to go... I'm going to find my office. What does that head indicate upstairs? Oh, that's the investigation. Okay. Yeah, why not? Let's do that before we go to the office. Got to find my way out, of course. Through this door here. Use that, and I see blood. I guess this is the backyard garden.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Did that say level 6? Oh, no, it keeps changing, so I can't. I need to. That's got him. Made quick work of him too. Let's continue to investigate the garden. Find the lost wallet. That's out here somewhere. What was he messing with? here, this bit of the garden. Hello. Why does it keep flashing up the F? See if I can do something. Right, there's two of them, so... Okay. Got them. Is that the wallet right there? Photography in a wallet. A photography of a smiling and loving couple with a few words written on the back. Milton and Pippa forever. So I found the wallet. There is a hole in the wall here. Where does this go? A door that's locked and out onto a street. Quarantine, influenza, keep out of this area by order of the Board of Health. Health officer. Quarantine, contagious disease. Blank shall enter or leave quarantine area without written blank of the local health authority. Blank, an authorized employee of the blank, shall alter, destroy or remove this card. Violating this regulation will be fined. Okay. So we won't be going that way. Where does this road lead? I have a feeling it leads around to the front of the hospital. It leads to some part of the hospital, but I don't remember this entrance. Side entrance or something. Public notice. Prevent influenza. Spanish. Cover each cough and sneeze with a handkerchief. Walk to work. Do not spit. Drink from your own cup. Avoid crowds. Take an ill. Go to bed and send for a doctor. To make a mask, take a piece of ordinary cheesecloth, 8 by 16 inches. Fold it to make it 8 by 8 inches. Next, fold this to make it 8 by 4 inches. The cords about 10 inches long at each corner. Apply over mouth and nose as shown in the picture. Issued by the LLC Board of Health. Sorry. So it says in one section here, it says issued by the LCC Board of Health, and then in the rest of it, the actual text it says LLC. Bit of Q&A, I think. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it could have used some Q&A at that point. Right, whereabouts in the hospital are we? It's like some back end. So I'm going to go back indoors. I'll go back the way I came. I want to go to the office. I've got some XP. I'm guessing my office is a hideaway as well. This way? No? Yeah, I did. No, I didn't. I don't at all. Because they didn't come this way. This is where the wallet was, which means I came this way. Yes, okay, mate. Out through these doors. Right, so I'm looking for the door that has my name on it. Dr. Swansea. I do also need to do these blood tests, don't I? That a used hacksaw. T. Elwood's medical file. Patient Thomas Elwood, male, age 28. Followed by Dr. Tibbetts, status convalescence, date of admission September 16th, date of release to be determined. The patient's face has been heavily burnt and disfigured by a bomb during the war. Even with the use of the strongest sedatives, he affirms to regularly endure severe pain from the wounds. As if the flames are still burning under the skin, he says. Examinations of the I can't pronounce that word. Cicatrized tissues show no trace of inflammation, infection or swelling. Scars are clean. Could it be a case of persisting nerve damage? The patient never ceases to blame himself for his disfiguration. Could it be a case of guilt of the survivor? Phantom pain manifesting as a punishment for not dying with his comrades. So I wonder if that gives me hints. Yes, about Mr. Elwood. So next time I bump into Mr. Elwood, I can ask him more questions. That one's locked. Is this me? Dr. Reed. Yep. They were quick to get that up.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
No, that will not do. So let's have a look around before I do anything. What's that?
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Okay, water it then. What's up? Articles on econs. It is a rare opportunity and almost a privilege to approach a vampire, to observe their most intriguing physical and psychological traits with a scientific and rational eye. Here are some of the most fascinating abilities I've personally observed over the last 10 years while interviewing a few vampires, or econ as they prefer to call themselves. Supernatural speed. A vampire can act and move like a mortal in all his actions, but the trained eye will spot that they have the keenest senses and can react quicker than any mortal. On a few occasions, alarm, surprise, necessity to flee, I have seen a vampire move so quickly it is almost as if they had vanished just to reappear somewhere else. The human eye cannot follow their movements when they act so quickly, but it is not a teleport or dematerialization. It is only a supernatural speed. For me, it is a cat-like attribute, which allows them to run, dodge, or jump longer and faster than us. I also notice that such speed seems to exhaust them, and that they are bound to physical limitations. Mesmerism. One of the most powerful abilities a vampire can deploy is the capacity to force a mortal to obey them. I call this trait mesmerism, but it has nothing to do with the mortal ability to alter a subject's mental state. A vampire can bend a mortal to their will, and they can even break a mind. A vampire I interviewed told me the more a subject tries to resist, the more permanent the damage will be, as if the vampire could literally fracture their target's psyche. The same vampire explained to me that this ability required time to master, and that the result could vary widely from one subject to another. Implant a false memory, erase a painful one. Possibilities are endless and frightening. Blood awareness. This may be the most catastrophic ability of all concerning vampires, since it's the cause of so many tragedies for them and us. Vampires crave for blood. They must use their will to restrain themselves from the frenzied drinking every drop of blood they can see. They need blood to function, to express their full supernatural traits. A famished vampire can be very weak, even if he cannot die of hunger or thirst. This urge, this need for blood, may explain why a vampire is so aroused by it. A vampire confessed to me that blood could sometimes blind him, since its smell and attractiveness can be so strong. When he focuses, a vampire can almost see blood all around them, inside warm bodies, through walls, on a supposedly clean weapon, etc. Same vampire even told me that he can see if a mortal has clean blood or is ill, and that in some cases he can even sense diseases, infected clothes, or even items in a room. If this is true, it could have so many medical applications, it almost beggars belief. Okay. This is my workbench. I do my blood thing here, do I? Analyze. That gives me light regeneration serum. Regenerate healthy points. 300 health points instantly. Then 150 health points over 15 seconds. But I need all these other things. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Wait, that does 58 damage. That does more damage, but also takes more stamina. That also does more damage, but takes more stamina. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna... What it takes to upgrade it. Nope. Resale value, so it's going to be recycled. Let's recycle. Bottle of cheap gin. Okay.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
Alright, so I want to replace that with that. And then I'm going to sleep and evolve. Right, I've got quite quite a lot. Now that might be actually quite useful at this point. How much is that going to cost me? 1,000. Yeah, okay. $290. You will block your target's blood in their veins, making them defenseless. Really? How does that work? You'll concentrate on the prey's blood, stopping them in their tracks and making them defenseless. Alright. How do I use that then? Oh, I have to fight. Yeah, okay. Active skills, passive skills, okay. Shadow Veil. Drain your stamina to fade into the shadows. Oh. You perform a supernatural move to your target and cause damage upon landing. That'd be kind of useful, but I can't afford it. Okay. Major district events. Every night the consequences of your actions may improve or degrade the district health status. It can also be degraded due to disease spreading amongst citizens. Major district events. The more lives you take, the unhealthier a district becomes. If district health status drops below the critical threshold, it will plunge into chaos. It is for you to decide the district's fate. Claycox, 30 years old, male, a lowlife with no consideration for other human beings, save perhaps his wife, Edwina. He was the leader of the Wet Boot Boys, one of the toughest gangs of the East End docks. The gang imposed rules were only meant for outsiders, and Mr. Cox himself owned a large section of the black market that now plagues the district. As tough as he was selfish, Mr. Cox seemed to consider all human beings as prey, enemies, or tools. He considered Edwina to be his female counterpart. She was the only woman he ever respected. Maybe because she was the only one who ever dared to oppose him. She was absent from his last thoughts, though, as Mr. Cox was too busy cursing the world as I killed him. Cool, okay, we're still healthy, that's good, good.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Okay, so... Oh, answer the door. Someone's knocking on my door, are they?
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
Okay.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
We have no
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Okay. Let's look round. Well, I'm gonna go to the storeroom and get a ticket. I'm not gonna waste any time walking there. Right, where's Mr. Elwood? Let's have a chat with this new nurse I've never met before.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
To ask her about the norm, situation, etc.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
Netflix and chill, that's what she needs.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
It's not going to be that bad.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
I can give it a go.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
Really?
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Oh, it looks like those two are at it over there in the background.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
He's got a bad reputation.
Why does Milton
I'll speak to him about that when I give him his...
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Couple of personal questions. No? Okay. Thank you for your time. Let's see if I can find Milton. Is he still out here? He is. Hey, Milt, old buddy, old friend, old pal. I have your wallet.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Yeah, I've got your wallet.
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet with all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
Charming.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
No, I think you're absolutely right. There is nothing wrong. I don't think I've got anything
I'd like
to
to
trade.
see your goods. Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Maybe he will buy my he won't buy any of my other weapons. So he'll buy my junk but not my weapons. But which is fine. Investigation succeeded. Lovely, lovely. I can't remember if I've got anything else I can speak to her
Doctor.
about. No.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Yes, call me if you need assistance. Right, where am I going? I want to speak to Mr. Elwood. Thomas. And then I need to go to the morgue. Come on.
I wonder what your last thoughts would be.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
So I've got a hint. Oh, I thought I had a hint. Yeah, there we go.
Why do you feel responsible for the injury, Thomas? What really happened?
I wasn't disfigured by any German shells. It happened during my leave. It was an accident.
Tell me what really happened then.
I went with a whore in Rouen. Dead drunk I was. The hotel was a shithole. There was a fire that night.
Did you start the fire? Were you trying to avoid going back to the front? That's not uncommon, you know.
No. It's just that I was asleep when the flames reached the room. The girl was long gone. Bitch never woke me up. Left me to burn.
That's not good.
Why lie about it?
Come on. It's one thing to come back disfigured by the Germans, and it's another to get injured in an accident that could have happened to anybody.
Reconstructive surgery has been very successful for some soldiers.
I don't want to wear a bloody mask for the rest of my life. I'd rather stay here and just be forgotten.
Hint failed? What does that mean? I chose the wrong option or something, did I? And that's as far as I can go again.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
But maybe if I talk to her...
Good evening, Miss Howcroft.
Because I know more about him.
I need blood, Doctor.
Maybe I know more about her.
Vibrant blood.
Okay.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
I feel my blood boil with the fever.
Okay, where am I going? I'm going out the back into that small room. Small morgue thing here. Okay. So I have to find the exit again. It's this way. Did she say out the street? Round that way, I think. I think I need some blood. I need to drink. citizens can be healed with the appropriate treatment. A healthy citizen help contribute to raising health status. Morgue. There's going to be some bodies, of course. Potential skulls. I can't remember what was here. Find useful medical ingredients. So basically pick stuff up. Now the little arrows would suggest that everything is above me. All the points that I need to go to. Have a look round down here anyway. I came in that door, did I? No, I came in that door. Okay. Check that room, check that room. That's locked. So let's check this room. Anything in here? Okay, so up the stairs, second floor. Hello. Rogue Scout. No, really? Where did it put me? Okay, put me back here. So 1, 2, 4. Just got to check out what I set because I changed it because of the mouse that I'm using. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because G is used elsewhere. It's not used anywhere else. I can use G for that one. And use that or G. The joys of having a mouse with so many buttons. It's so difficult to know what to actually set. I'm actually going to set. I'll leave them for now, actually. To go back up the stairs. And I'm going to try to use. Well, that was a complete pointless waste of time.
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
Watery, sturdy blood sample. Okay. We've got part of what I needed. Bullets. Anything in here? Definitely searching.
This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Okay. That's the locked door down at the bottom of the stairs. Oh, hang on, no. Oh dear. No. Oh. Got to watch the stamina. About that. Something at the door. Okay. Now is that open? Yes, it is. Okay. Is that guy still up there though? Right, should we try that?
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain.
Right.
This sickness moves faster than influenza.
There is another thing I need to collect on this floor.
Balls of Mars. Fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
Right, so there is another level up here. Even though there's nothing in the quest up here, there might be something useful for me. And into the basement we go. Now, I'm wondering, basement, could there be something that I need to fight down there? And yeah, I think what I will do, I'm going to change that and stick the gun in there. Yes, equip the gun. Let me equip the gun. Do I have to equip it here? Come on, equip. Why won't it let me change that? I'm also positive that I increased the level of my gun. It won't. It won't let me I don't know know why it won't let me change. Oh well. I guess we're using... Right, I saw 2 there. What's this one? I could have sworn I saw another one go that way.
These skulls feed from corpses and the husks of animals.
I'm gonna die. That could have gone a hell of a lot better. Okay, I'm just going that way for what I need. There he is. I knew I saw another one. Oh, what's happening? Okay. Trick is, one at a time, try and drain as much blood as possible. That's the trick. One at a time, drain as much as possible, as quickly as possible. So you can heal and kill. Right. That's what the F is for. Excellent. Okay, that's good to know. I couldn't figure out why it kept flickering.
It's locked.
A used Liston knife. Okay. Blood absorb. You just acquired a new type of offhand weapon. Equip it. Press right trigger to directly absorb blood. Oh, okay. Alright then, we'll give it a go. Still not. I still can't get rid of this thing. No, I can. Now does that mean I can put in here, put a gun? Main hand, off hand. Oh, I can, of course I can swap between them. Silly man. So the machete is quicker than all of these, so It's also quicker than the axe. But not quite as much damage. Right, okay, that'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Right, where do we think the key might be for the chest? And I've already forgotten which door I came in. I come in this door? I think I did, yes. That is in here. I am thinking that this door might take me to him from behind. Again, could have gone better. And at least the knife drains blood but doesn't stun them, so I can't bite. So okay, so what I might need to do then is change my offhand right trigger from back that in there. That way I can go between taking blood directly with the Listum knife or stunning for bites. And I actually think, although it does more damage, I'm going to stick with the machete as my main weapon. Okay. Don't think there's anyone in here. Although oh, what the hell? Whoa. What the hell? What the bloody hell? Oh, okay. get some blood. So hopefully... sort of topped myself up, which is good. Of course, I don't have the key for that. See if we can get this guy nice and quickly as well. Sort of rhythm going now for the little guys anyway. Did I come out of this one? Yes, I came out of here. Okay, now I want to check. I've got that skill. Extra skill. So, show me details on that. The vampire concentrates shadows around their prey to make them explode. After encountering this explosion will injure anything in range. But how do I actually get it to go around them? How do I get to go around their feet? Do I have to be in? Okay, oh, here goes. not doing so well. Oh, and it's a shame because I need to end the stream. Oh, what a pain. But I need to go. Oh, I'll have to catch up with this next week. Maybe I can get a cheeky stream in tomorrow. Otherwise, I'll have to play. I'll have to catch you on Monday.
Welcome to everybody that's in chat right now. I love all of you guys. I'm still having problems with my OBS, okay?
So I am going to call it a night there, and yeah, I'm hoping if you're watching you enjoyed it. If you're not watching, you won't have enjoyed it. If you are watching and you didn't enjoy it, I'm sorry. But I think I'm going to be playing a bit more of this next time. But for now, I will say goodnight. And I think Avalor's on, so I think we might throw that man a cheeky raid with my hardly any viewers. So let's see what we can do here. With my one raider. So nice to hopefully entertain you this evening, and I will see you all later. Good night.
Get some good rest.
However, with Civ 6, by the way, Neon, thank you very much for the host. Greatly appreciate it, sir. Civ 6 was a blowaway, really. It was a blowout competition. I believe the number specifically was at 7v.